Good. Go ahead.
Jai Gurudev. Question from the online community. Dear Guruji, I have the longing to become whole in myself, to let go of understanding myself as a half, as a woman who needs a man to be whole. How to let go of that female attitude?
Repeat the last 2 lines.
I have a longing to let go of How to let go of understanding myself as a half, as a woman who needs a man to be whole.
We are trained. We are trained to be a man and we are trained to be a woman. Not because of the body we become like that. It's cultural. Every culture, every religion train us. It gives a very foundation to our mind, our right and wrong, and our moral and ethics. We are raised from the very childhood as male, as female. Female is pink, male is blue. We are raised. Our professions are raised. Our participation in life is also. It's very easy to give a car or guns, toys to the boy, and giving a cooking pots as a toy to the girl child, isn't it? We are raised like this. We don't look the other way around. So we are systematically raised as a male and female, and we also feel like that. And since the male is raised without the femininity inside of him, and he longs for the female to bring that femininity. When I miss something within me, I project that in others. Then I become dependent on that person to bring that part to me. Then I become whole. When I become more macho, I need more and more I become male, I need a female to so what to do? Like this. Good. So the more and more I become male, more and more I become dependent on female. Then I want to bring the female into my life. Same way, more and more you feel you are female, you want a male to be part of your life. It's not wrong, it's created dependency. And one point you realize, without that other part, other half, you never become whole. So you miss the other part. You have panic to have that other part. So you find that other part, other better half. All the better half become bitter half later. So, isn't it? Yeah. So this better half, we want. Without this better half, I am not full anymore. So I want to hold this, and I want to own this better half. I want to own. To own, one need to control it. Then I create barriers around this better half. By the time I remove the freedom, then it's not better anymore, it's become a bitter. The freedom is very, very important. When the freedom is lost, beauty is lost, love is lost. is a foundation of life. So now, in Tamil we say, Nadai Udai Bhavane. Attitude, appearance, and expressions. You can also say this, convert into attitude, appearance, and desires. You get to know your appearance, female appearance, female attitude, and female desire. You get to know about it. Whether my beauty is belongs to me or my beauty is meant to entertain my opposite. Do you understand? We get to know about it. Don't enter into fight at once. Don't enter into rejection or judgment. Always get to know about you. Consciously or unconsciously, we may express something through our attitude, our appearance, even through our desires. It is like going to the railway station. You want to go to Berlin, go to the railway station, you look for the board, what is written, and it says Berlin. Then you get into that train. It will bring you to Berlin. But the train wants to go to Berlin, but the board says Stockholm. Then what happens? The people who wants to go to Stockholm get into the train which goes into Berlin due to the misinterpretation of the board sign. Then you want to convince these people, explain to these people, the train is not going to Stockholm, is going to Berlin. Why don't you come to Berlin? A conflict arises. Isn't it? It's better to change the board, make it clear the train is not going to Stockholm, train is going to Berlin, so that one who wants to go to Berlin will get into the train. Life become easier. We are culturally misinterpreted. Everything is monotonous, monocultured mind. This monocultured mind is good only for mass production. Factories. You can stitch dress for mass produce it. You can produce food, mass produce it. This monoculture mind is only good for monoculture economy, globalized economy, not decentralized societies. Decentralized society is possible only when you are decentralizing, when your desires are decentralized. What is enjoyed by you is decentralized. Otherwise, what we consume, our value system is centralized value system. What we want to achieve is part of the monoculture, isn't it? Everyone wants to achieve the same, a standard of living, a standard of consumption, standard of sense of feeling achieved, isn't it? All these things are monocultured. And we are part of this monoculture mentality, monoculture mind. So we consume everything also in monocultured way. The fashion industry design what is beauty. Your beauty is designed by the fashion industry. Your health is defined by the pharmaceutical industry. Your food is your nutrition is defined by the food industry. isn't it? The way of the standard of living defined by the industry or by yourself. Whether your beauty is defined by you, we say we are unique. I am individual. I am unique. Are you? Not necessarily. We believe we are unique. Not necessarily. Is clearly defined. And within this definition, we are playing. We are allowed to, play. What's the difference between rich and poor? Rich and poor are same. There's no any different. Poor man got a small car, rich man got a bigger car. Poor got a small house, rich got the bigger house. Poor sent their children to the small school, rich man sent to the bigger school. Only size is varying. Only brand is varying. But the concept of life, the understanding of life which we stand on, the platform which we stand on is same. So the problems also same. The emotions also same. The patterns are all same. Values are all same. Disease are also same. And disappointment of life also same. Because we are all standing on the same platform. Same life lived poorly or in size. Poor and rich, we are not talking about the rich experience of living, poor experience of living. We are talking about, size, in bigger size or smaller size. Yes, where you have to inquire in what way my attitude, appearance, my desires are not part of the monocultured mind. Is anything is there left for me which I can claim as unique, my expression of my life? This expression comes from my experience. Whether your expressions are belongs to your own experience or our expressions are part of the monoculture. Expression. Say, for example, I cry. I'm crying because there's a pain. When I experience pain, I cry. The crying is expression of my experience. Now, can I buy a ready-made crying pattern training? How to cry? Soon we may learn how to cry. In which tone, which frequency we can cry. It's a popular way of crying. The right way of laughing, right way of crying, no matter what kind of joke it is. But we try to laugh correctly, according to the scale. And we try to cry correctly, according to the scale. A popular way of crying. In the industry can provide that ready-made crying. Even we may get a MP3 player to cry on behalf of us. My cry, behind my cry, there's an experience of pain. My experience, inner experience, expressed through my cry. My inner experience of enjoying a joke expressed the way I laugh. Your appearance, your desires, your attitude, is it belongs to your inner experience? or you are trying to be correct, express correct according to the norms. The female which you believe you are, is it your own experience? The male which you believe you are, is it your own experience which you are trying to express through your attitude, appearance, your desire? Or it is expected you to have this attitude, have this appearance, have this desire. Male as a provider, protector, decision maker. And one who is conform, one who is conforming, one who is conformed. Female is a loving and caring and, flexible and dependent on male. Is it your own inner experience, or is part of the monoculture mind which we are all trained from very childhood? Your beauty, so-called beauty, is it belongs to you, or it belongs to the same subject which you are fighting against, which you don't agree with? So, it's not about you want independent. No one is saying you should not be free. Because now the enemy is not outside, enemy is inside. Because I started to believe this is me. It's a difference between spirituality and the politics. In politics, we find the reason outside. In spirituality, we find the reason inside. We see someone transform, then problem is solved. And spirituality says, if I transform, this problem is solved. But these both need to go hand in hand. Inner transformation expressed the transformation in the outer. Without inner transformation, any outer transformation is not transformation, is a temporary change. The inner transformation brings permanent outer transformation. Reforms. Once you transform, when the reforms takes place inside of you, this reform is expressed, radiated through every expression of you. It's not like I transformed inside, outside I accept what it is, whatever it is. No. It is impossible. It is like I have pain, but I smile, which is not true. Or I am laughing inside, but I expected to cry outside, which is not authentic anymore. I see every person who wanted reform, and already there's some kind of reform took place inside of him. This inner reform is very, very important. This transformation is very important. When the inner reform, transformation takes place, opposition dissolves. Otherwise, we will live in opposition. Male create female, female create male. You create two opposition. And the more you believe that you are male, more female will be visible to you. More female you are, more male will be visible to you. So dissolve the need of the male, the dependency of the male in you. You don't have to dissolve the male in you. You have to dissolve the female in you. Because this opposite belongs to what is already there. When I don't want to recognize someone is superior than me, first I have to dissolve this inferior I have inside of me. Otherwise, I may feel I am inferior. I keep on fighting against the superior. Today, this person is superior. I fight against him. Tomorrow, there will be someone else. Because my inferiority recognizes the superiority, gives the power outside. Do you understand? So I have to dissolve this person who feel inferior. When I don't want anyone to feel inferior, what I supposed to do? I must dissolve the sense of being superior. Because this inferior and superior is all belongs to the same two sides of the same coin. The life without opposite. When I dissolve, I also dissolve which is opposite of me. What is opposite of me? So, to free from the male domination in you, you have to free from what you believed what female is. So get to know about it, what kind of attitude, appearance and desires you have. Is it your own expression, your own expression of your own experience, or which you bought from the ready-made collective concept? Then you are misinterpreting. Is it need to fight against the male? No. No fight. But don't create that male in you. When you say male, you are not talking about the male body. This is also important to understand. You are talking about a kind of attitude. Isn't it? Female can also have such an attitude. Feeling dominant, feeling macho, in the sense of I know, I am right. Isn't it? So, it's important to know when you say, I don't want certain things male in my life, for example, you are not talking about the male body or male, you are talking about certain attitude you don't want to have in your life. He may fall in love with a female, as he may have that such attitude also. So you are not talking about male or female. You get it? You are talking about attitude. The Westerner, Easterner, they say. A general a statement, oh Westerner, Easterner. Not necessarily. In the East we can find lots of Westerner. Swami, who is this so-called Westerner? One who consumes so much to feel happy. One who demands so much to feel alive. That's all. And this person can be a Easterner too. He's from East too. Even he can be a tribe. So, don't make a general statement. Get to know what you are talking about it. Otherwise, we will be, I found a lot of Easterner sadhus here in the West. And I also found a lot of Westerners in my country which I am coming from. I found a lot of people who is simple and humble and fall in love with the nature and sadhus. I found so many people now want, modern, all those, material consumption more than what is needed. So it's not about the country, it's about attitude. So don't create opposite.
Dear Guruji, if somebody lost the inner connection to oneself and therefore is not able to connect to others, what can this person learn or change to be able to love and trust oneself and one's body again? Or is it simply through grace?
Through grace, yeah. Grace. How to receive grace? We pray God. We do rituals. We chant. We do rituals. And we pray God to have grace on me. It won't work, unfortunately. Be graceful. Grace will flow through you. Don't be a beggar. We keep the so-called God or divine as some kind of landlord or a bank or a doctor. Someone we want to beg all the time to receive something. God, help my neighbor. He is in need. Whether you use the term God or supreme or divine or mango, doesn't matter. You believe something is great out, and you want to pray to that supreme to help to someone. And if you listen carefully, that so-called supreme telling to you, mind your own business. Do you understand? Yeah. If you pray to God, oh God, help me. No, not help me. Normally we ask help me, and also we ask help my neighbor who is in need. The God says, mind your own business. As if God is blind, God is sleeping. We need someone to recommend that. Hey, wake up, can't you see? Are you blind? These are all non-believers. Rarely people really trust so-called God, what they believe. I don't believe, so I have less problem. I don't believe in the God. Believing Living is two different things. I am asking you to not to believe in God, but live God. Believing, you become a slave. You think someone else is superior. God should not be worshipped. God should be lived among. God is not something you worship. That's why we lost this godliness, Bhagavat, Bhagavan, Bhagavat, this godliness within us, because we are all trained to worship. We never trained to live this godliness, the state of God among us. By the time we stop worshipping, by the time we start living what we are worshipping. Do you understand? I'm not asking don't worship, that's wrong. I'm not talking about it. I'm asking you to believe in it even more by living it. See? Imbibe those qualities. If you feel you are a Hindu, believe that Krishna is born in you, through you. Krishna is looking everything through your eyes, speaking everything through your mouth, listening everything through your ears, and doing everything through your hand. If you believe you are a Christian, believe Christ is resurrected within you. I am not against it. I am for it, but totally. Totally. Live in it. Whatever you believe, live in it. Don't recommend the problem to the God. God, he is in need of help. I pray. Can you help him? No. But you see, by the time you see a person who is in need, and you try to understand, he must be praying for you to see him. God see my situation, and you happen to see. Then for him, you are the standing God in front of him. God says, mind your own business. Don't disturb me. Grace. Be graceful. Don't beg for grace. Be graceful. Let the grace flow through you. Believe. Believe totally. Sometimes people say, I am channeling. You hear that? People say they are channeling. What you are channeling? Oh, I am channeling divine energy. And I have a special gift, healing or divine, whatever it is, I am channeling. I am gifted with the singing, I am channeling. I am gifted with the dance, gifted with poetry, I am channeling. It's good, but not enough. You don't believe fully. I believe fully. I believe not only my poetry is the gift of divine, but whatever I have is gift from the same divine. Whatever I own is not belong to me, is given to me to channel. Not only the wisdom, but also my pocket. Not only my talents, but also my home. Whatever I have. Since I brought nothing, I born empty, and everything is given to me to let flow through it. If you believe that divine is giving a gift for you to share, believe whatever is given to you is given to you to share only. Not this is my house, this is my money, this is my car, this all belongs to me. But this particular energy is the gift from the God to share with others, channel with others. Then who gave the rest of it? You create now dualism. Do you understand? Part is given from the God, and what about the rest of it? Given by the neighbor of the God? We have a lot of confusions in these statements. We unnecessarily created confusion. Whatever situation you are in, that situation is given to you to express your godliness. Quality. Godliness is God is nothing but a quality. Now read the question again.
If somebody lost the inner connection to oneself and therefore is not able to connect to others, what can this person learn or change to be able to love and trust oneself and one's body again?
Complete the question.
Is it simply through grace?
Through grace, by being graceful. Now, how to bring the love to me? How to love myself? Any one of you love yourself? Many times people say, Guruji, I don't love myself. Then I used to ask, what food you had for lunch? Oh, I had a tasty food. Why you didn't eat the sand and stone? Because you love yourself. You do everything to yourself. You are going to job because you are loving yourself. You are cleaning your house because you are loving yourself. You are washing your own clothes, you are loving yourself. When you wash others' clothes also you are loving yourself. You do because you want to have something from that person. Literally we are all selfish. We don't want to recognize that. You love yourself too much. You do everything out of your own love towards yourself. Even if you say that you love someone else. Frank tell to a girl he loves her. Is it true? Is he really loves her? No. He loves him. He loves himself. It's like you are going to the shop, dress shop, having a nice dress. Oh, I like this shirt. I like this dress. How much? €100. Okay. I pay €100. I come, walk out. Will I? No. I want to take this shirt. It's not just I loving the shirt. I want to own this shirt because I love myself. I want to put this shirt on me. Isn't it? I love myself. I want to decorate myself. When I say to someone else, I love you, this is the problem. I want to have this person for me because I love myself. I may tell to this person, I love you, I love you, love you, but it's not true. I love myself. and I want to have this person for me, I want to own this person for me. That's why when Frank tells to someone, I love you, and the girl says, oh sorry, I'm already married, he says, oh sorry, he stop it. Why? Because he is not able to own that person to him. The person is already owned by someone else or engaged with someone else. If not, you say, no, 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 my love is true. It's selfless love. That means you must be happy about it. You tell to her, you love her. She says, is it? Oh, thank you very much. I am in love with Tuan. Then you must be very happy because you love her and she is happy to loving Tuan. See, can you believe that? That can be a true love in a way, because that is selfless love. You are not expecting anything from this person. I love the way I love it. Otherwise, you love yourself. And out of this love towards yourself, you want to find everything good towards you. Recognize this. Unnecessarily don't say, I don't love myself. So now, that means all your activities, whatever you do, is all nothing but, in some form of loving yourself. Then what is the problem? Whatever you do, you are doing just, to express the love towards yourself. Now the subject comes. Get to know, no matter what you do, that act need to bring peace to you, freedom to you, beauty to you, love to you, bliss to you. Be selfish. Peace, freedom, beauty, love. Then you have some certain kind of clarity. Whether you start a business or you do sports, no matter whatever you do, always ask this question: will it bring peace to me? Will it bring freedom to me? Do you understand? If you see, no, it's not going to bring peace or freedom or beauty to my life, it is postponing my freedom, it is postponing my peace, postponing my life in beauty, life in love, then it is not worth it. So how to love yourself? Bring peace, freedom, beauty, love now. And whatever you do, you keep this as an agenda. If your act is not going to bring peace and freedom to you, it's not worth. You follow it? Yes. Proceed.
Jai Gurudev. I have a question about family. Animals raise their children until they are physically independent. Why do humans create a family bondage for the rest of their life and keep that engaged with ownership claims?
Can you please repeat it?
My question is about family. Animals raise their children until they are physically independent. Why do humans create a family bondage for the rest of their life and keep that engaged with ownership, claims and expectations?
Very beautiful question and very simple answer. Animal don't own anything. So they don't create any bondage. Animals don't accumulate for the future. We as a human society, we learn to accumulate everything for the future. It's not only for me now, but also for me tomorrow. In this process of accumulating, I expand this tomorrow. Tomorrow is not only tomorrow, also next week, also next month, also next year, also after 10 years. You understand? Then also next generation. I live my life or I betray myself. By betraying my presence, I accumulate for the future. By denying the presence, I accumulate for the future. In front of me, there's a hunger. And who is hungry? Who is sitting opposite of me? Is it someone else? Is it so? No, it is other dimension of me only who is also opposite of me. And I let this other part of me who is sitting in front of me live in poverty, live in pain, live in hunger, and I accumulate for the future. Anything I accumulate for the future belongs to now. It may shake you, it may confront you also. Anything I have for the future is denial of my presence. I see the people who are hungry now, but I accumulate for the future. The future which doesn't exist yet. I may not know whether I will be there in the future or not. But I live fully now within everyone. But I deny rest of me. Naturally it will create guilt. And I tolerate this guilt. And I don't want to feel this guilt. I keep on accumulating more and more future. I'm doing this by betraying my presence, by denying my presence. But then for whom? At least my children can own it. The life of which I didn't live, at least they can live in it. So I accumulate. The more and more I accumulate, more and more I want someone to continue this caretaker. Animals, they don't accumulate wealth. They live in presence. Some animal may gather some food. They are not gathering food for grandchildren. Oh, I pick apple from this tree. My son also going to own this tree. My grandson also going to get the apple from this tree. No birds are saying like that. In our garden, no rabbits are doing like that. Since they are not owning anything, they also don't own people. So they don't own themselves either. I own me. This body is mine. I am not a cosmic body, but this is me. This is my body. The foundation of misunderstanding starts from there. This is my body. I have to consider I am part of the cosmic body. My body is not a separate body. I am part of the cosmic body. And we are all part of the same cosmic body. take some time to enter into this sense of experiencing that we are all part of the same body. This body is part of the cosmic body, and we are all part of the same body. When someone is hungry, it's not only he is hungry, I am also hungry. Part of me is hungry. When there is a starvation, when there is a poverty, not someone else is in poverty, not someone else in pain or suppression or in hunger, but part of me, other dimension of me, other expression of me is in hunger and poverty. Naturally, I may not feel good. It's like I am, playing between my own organs, betraying one organ to protect another organ. But as a whole body, I am suffering. You follow this? Read the question.
Animals raise their children until they are physically independent. Why do humans create a family bondage for the rest of their life and keep that engaged with ownership, claims and expectations?
Exactly. The life which I don't live, I expect my children to live. If I am suffering, I don't want my kids to suffer. If I am tortured, I don't want my kids to be tortured. Do you understand? Yeah. If I am living in poverty, I don't want my kids to live in poverty. So life which I want to live, I expect at least my kids can live. So this is one approach. Other one is, the more I accumulate, the more I want to have someone to continue. If there's a continuity only, there's a meaning. If there's no continuity, there's no use. So I want to own my children too. I expect, put all the condition for my children so that they are not themselves. They just follow what is accumulated, to give continuity to the accumulation. Animals are not owning anything, so they don't have to own the children either. Which creates a lot of imbalances in the society, this kind of ownership. Biological ownership. To say inheritance. I inherit from my parents. Many kids are born poor, many kids are born rich. As long as we accept this inheritance, that people can inherit family wealth, we have to accept people also can be born as poor, one who is not having anything. What they will inherit? So, if you suddenly bring changes in the inheritance law, that you are not allowed to inherit anything, then our society will transform so much. Then you will not accumulate so much. If you are not allowed to give to your children your wealth, then you will not accumulate. The law can be, you can spend as much you want when they are child. After 20, you are not allowed to spend. So what will happen? The parents will spend more time with the children. Now we don't have time for the children. We work hard, we accumulate for the future of the children. So we accumulate wealth, but same time we don't raise the child. So even though you give your wealth to your children after your retirement, you lost the children because you are busy in accumulation, you didn't raise the child. It's a kind of complexity. So The problem starts with the answer to your question is the ownership. Invest your life in people. It's very important. Invest your life in people. That's an experience of living. There's an experience of living now. Tomorrow we don't know. For me, all of you who are all sitting in front of me, you represent the whole humanity. 7.7 billion people in front of me, through you. The whole human species who lived before this day. The billions and billions of people are represented through you here. And the humanity in the future, the billions and billions going to be born in the future, also sitting in front of me through you. If I want to have peace in this world, first I have to find peace with you. If I want to love this world, I have to love you, because you are representing the whole humanity. No matter if 1% or 100%, doesn't matter. But whoever is sensed by you, they are representing the whole. You want to help the world, help the person who is visible to you. You don't have to think about somewhere remote in Africa. There are some poor people somewhere. No. Whatever is visible to you. Because this is what given to you now. To see, to serve, to love, to find the peace. You want to take care of the nature? Immediately if you say, yes, I want to take care of the nature, then open your eyes to see what is visible to you. The tree which is standing in front of you, this is your nature now. And the person who is standing in front of you also is the nature now. We don't have to think about what is invisible. That invisible is an extension of what is visible to you. Most of the time, we are blind to what is visible to us. We don't express our love. We don't bring freedom, peace, beauty in what is visible. We become blind. We hallucinate. One day, somewhere else, I will be doing something. Forget it. You are not going to do anything to anyone, anytime, anywhere. You are hallucinating. You are living in an illusion. Bring the whole life, whole future to the present. Wherever you are. If you are in the railway station, and that's what given to you. The people who work in the railway station, or whatever you see in the railway station. The music in the railway station, the beauty in the railway station, no matter what is there. If you happen to see something is injustice, something is not right, it's given in front of your eyes to respond to that. If you see anyone who are in need, it's an opportunity given to you to respond to that. We don't have to become blind and to see one day somewhere I will serve, I will love, I will protect. No. Wherever you are, whatever is visible to you, sensed by you, is a gift for you to express your love, for you to express your grace, for you to know who you are. You are my gift to express my love. And I am your gift to express your love. Wherever you are, express this love. Don't postpone it, because you hear a joke now, you can't postpone laughing for tomorrow. You have pain now, you can't postpone crying tomorrow. Isn't it? Same way, love arises, express it. Grace. The grace is unconditional, without any reason. Let the grace flow through you. Then God is not a myth anymore. God becomes your reality. God is not worshipped. It's lived through you.
Saranam